by his sudden death. Phil wasn't a religious man, so this will not be a religious service. No prayers, no hymns. I'm not a preacher. I'm not going to preach things Phil wouldn't have believed in. Phil himself left written instructions for this service. He didn't want any fuss, no flowers, no donations. He didn't want somebody stood here reading out his life story. So today we'll honour his wishes. We'll say our goodbyes to him simply, quietly, reverently, but remembering a few of the things Phil held close to his heart, recalling how he touched and enriched our lives. And that's what I know Phil wanted. So welcome to this service, family, friends, ladies, gentlemen. Welcome to this service. Please use this opportunity to express your feelings as you say farewell, to acknowledge your loss and your sorrow, perhaps shed a tear, to give thanks for the life of a unique man. A time, whenever we lose someone close to us, a time we think of our own lives, how precious life is, what we mean to each other in life. But above all else today, we remember Phil with love, with gratitude. Each and every one of you here will have brought with you to this service your own personal memories of Phil, memories of special times you shared with him, perhaps just one special snapshot that you keep in your memory. I've known Phil for over 30 years. I can count on the fingers of one hand the times he didn't have his blue overalls on. That's my snapshot of it. Many of you will remember a very diligent man, a hard-working man. Phil initially trained as a joiner, but realised there was more money to be made in plumbing. So that's the direction he took. He was a man who was continually learning. As you know, he could turn his hand to just about any building job. What he didn't know about building wasn't worth knowing. In fact, what he didn't know, he found out for himself. When he worked with Wimpy, he helped build the Canoco oil refinery. I think his favourite job, however, was with the college, Grimsby College. He taught there for some 20 years. The regular hours, the long holidays, well, that was very favourable, because he could do some of the other things, many of the other things he enjoyed in life. But more importantly, he was proud to pass on his skills to the next generation. He retired when he was 60, but I don't think he understood what the word retirement meant. Phil was always busy doing something for family and friends. Phil was extremely helpful. He was kind, generous, supportive, just a genuine man. He never had a bad word to say about anyone, apart from Donald Trump. And he is a bit of a, you know what. Phil did have his own views, his own opinions about things, and yes, he could also be quite stubborn. He was always there for his family, always practical. I mean, some people start a job and then start another job before they finish the first one, don't they, Paul? Like Phil, like a rudder on a boat, was there to keep you on course, keep you focused. Going back a few years, can you remember a television programme, Harry Enfield, on the television? He created one of his characters who would turn up and say, oh, no, you don't want to do it like that. Well, that character was an uninvited busybody. He was a bloody nuisance. Well, I'm not liking Phil, of course, to Harry Enfield, but often he knew best. Willingly, he gave his opinion, he gave his advice, but in the nicest way possible. And I know he's been an inspiration to many of you. And so we remember Phil as a family man, a loving husband to Faye, special father to Chris, to Stephen, to Paul, dear father-in-law to Lindsay, Leanne, much loved granddad to Aaron, Catherine, Jacob, Chloe and Brandon, a doting great-granddad to Fraser, Carter, Isla and Skye. So what else might we remember about Phil? Some of the things he enjoyed doing. Well, he enjoyed his allotment on the saltings, growing his own produce. But I think you will agree his main pastime was fishing. Phil loved going fishing. They say, I'm not a fisherman, so I don't know much about it, but they say fishing brings out the hunter in us, the thrill of the bite and landing a catch. I know he even went fishing on Christmas Day to the ponds at Alford. He regularly enjoyed the fishing over in Ireland, where he shared this interest with good friends Michael Eldred, David Swift. Closer to home, he took the kids with him once on his homemade boat on Tetney Loch. Much to Faye's disapproval, she was having kittens with worry. Other family times included taking the kids cockling, picking samphire on the foreshore, going shrimping at Mablethorpe. Phil was a man of routines. Routines he strictly adhered to. Monday and Friday nights he went to Wetherspoons. Every Tuesday, jazz nights at the Honest Lawyer, later the Bird's Eye Club, where he'd meet up with his good friend Brian. Phil evidently liked that type of music. Also brass bands, I'm told. Yet he never listened to music at home or on the radio or in the car. In fact, he got Burton's garage to take the radio out of one of his cars. He preferred the sense of occasion, live entertainment. Losing Faye in 2011 left a huge hole in Phil's life. He often commented, it's not much fun living on your own. But like all aspects of his life, he just got on with it. Phil was never an overly sentimental man. He lived for the day. He made the best of every day that was given to him. And he never became an old man, complaining of old age and illnesses. Thankfully, he was spared that indignity. There's an old saying goes back many hundreds of years. Maybe you'll see something of Phil in these words. Yesterday is but a memory. Tomorrow is only a vision. Today, though, is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Today, lived well, makes every yesterday a memory of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. So look well to each day. Ladies and gentlemen, go from this chapel in a few moments, having said goodbye to Phil, having remembered him with great affection and respect. Take your snapshot of him with you. Hold on to it dearly in the time that lies ahead. So rest in peace, Phil. We're going to play a piece of music now. It's the same tune we played at this point in the service for Faye 7 years ago, Stranger on the Shore by Acapella. Please use these next few moments just to bring that snapshot, your snapshot of Phil, to mind. Perhaps if you've got a religious belief, a time for your prayers in the secrecy of your own hearts. Now we come to our act of committal. If you're able to, I'm going to ask you please to stand. Would you stand? For everything there is a season, a time to every purpose on earth, a time to sow, a time to reap, a time to plant, a time to pick that which is planted, a time to laugh, a time to cry, a time to be born, and a time to die. And so death has come to fill. His hopes, his ideals, we commit into our minds and our wills. His loves we commit into our hearts. His body we commit to his natural end, to the elements of being created. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So Phil, may you now make your final journey from this world in peace. Free now from all harm, all fear, all fear. Would you please be seated? Our service is drawing to a close. I'm going to end with a poem. Very, very much down-to-earth words. Well, Phil was quite a down-to-earth man. Called Miss Me But Let Me Go. When I come to the end of the day, and the sun has set for me, I want no tears in a gloom-filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not too long, and not with your head bowed low. Remember the love that we once shared. Miss me, but let me go. For this is a journey we all must take, and each must go alone. It's all a part of nature's plan, a step on the road to home. So when you are lonely and sad at heart, go to the friends that we know and bury your sorrows in doing good deeds. Miss me, but let me go. Well, in a few moments, of course, we'll have to let Phil go. And at the end of the service, I'm going to leave the curtains open. There's no rush. If you want to spend a moment just to pay your last respects, say a fond farewell, well, of course, you can do so. Before we go, on behalf of Chris and Steve and Paul, of all of Phil's family, a huge thank you for your kindness and support. Thank you all for your good wishes. All you good people, thank you all for coming here to this service. Well, it was also left in Phil's instructions. He didn't want to wake, he didn't want a lot of fuss, but the family are going to Wetherspoons after the service, just to, well, something to raise a glass or two in his memory and just to share a few memories of Phil. Please join them. You'll be very welcome. Well, what a piece of music to listen to as we leave. Phil, one of the songs he used to sing to his grandkids was It's a Long Way to Tipperary. So we'll play that in a few moments at the end of the service. It just remains for me to bid you good afternoon. We pray Phil rests in peace. I'll leave you by wishing you peace, love, and understanding, now and in the future. God bless.
It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly. Farewell, there's the square. long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary.
No. I'm having that pulse. That's
Hey?
took the fountain away. I don't know about them joints. I don't know about the joints.
Sounded well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers now.
Cheers, buddy.
Thank you.
We'll see where everybody's going soon.
You never yet. I don't know.
Oh, that's Chloe.
Yeah.
Hi, buddy.
You did the service.
Yeah, me too.
Every time we